I want to share a quote with you. Stop living in your past and start living life. Stop living in your past and start living life. A Michael Keaton quote used when trying to influence another character in his movie to be present with his heart in the way of accepting all that is good as well as bad in what is right now. I love Easter eggs like this because it hits every movie watcher differently. To hear it is one thing. To activate it, that's the calling. Getting away from your past is a choice. Learning from your past is a tool, but it doesn't have to be what you dwell. I daily write to free my system of all things that are clingy. It doesn't mean that I don't remember. It means I have a path of security. Forgiving those around you is a huge part of walking free of your past. That usually starts with convincing your heart to stop pointing its fingers. I often wonder if people complain about life moving so fast is because they're locked in to their past. And then when reality hits, they've got to come out here into the real world. It's like, how did we get here so quickly? Hey, it's Arrow. This is The Daily Mess, a chronological walk through an everyday world. I am a daily writer. When a movie quote like this comes to me, I got to pass it forward. It's moving through me. Stop living in your past and start living life. This is The Daily Mess. I've spent the past few weeks pruning the trees inside this beautiful forest located in South Charlotte, North Carolina. Pruning because they look to be hurting, limbs so long that the trunk is bending. I'm the weird one that speaks to every single tree before we begin the trim. Now, I've got long hair, but those who do not have long hair can't relate with the weight on my head and shoulders. I can't imagine what a tree is feeling, especially after it rains. Being open with my tree-loving experiences, I do go through emotional changes while pruning or cleaning up my friends. For a brief few weeks, they're not going to look normal, but there's positive energy inside their rooting systems that will send brand new limbs and leaves outward into the sun. Now, what about us, the human being? That is all about getting things done right here, right now, and it better be the best. What can we prune from our lives? What's stealing so much energy from our ambitions and goals? Only to complain about having no energy to locate personal victories. If you could prune one thing a week, what would you shed from your life? I'm a Google Calendar living person. If I see an empty space on my Google Calendar, I do everything humanly possible to put something there. Got to do something, got to do something, got to do something. That's one thing that I would like to prune. But it doesn't happen overnight. I've got to find out, why do I feel like I've got to do something? What is festering that sore to where I believe that's what's going to give me a healing? What about your personal life? Are you one who likes to procrastinate a lot? I have read so much that procrastination really is good for you because it buys you time. We don't have to be the generation that gets things done right here, right now. Taking your time allows you to view everything that's around you, to smell the roses, or to smell something that, man, when you walk into a forest, it's not always pretty. There could be something dead out there. And I usually bump into it because my nose is attracted to things like that because I have to know what's going on with the soil. So I ask you, what's going on with your soil, the path that you're walking? What needs to be pruned, cleaned up? But you can't just go and do it. It's like those that pay off their credit cards immediately and think, yes, I don't have any more credit card bills anymore. But you didn't get rid of the credit card, so you fill them back up. It happens. I'm guilty of it. I'm paying the price. If you could prune one thing a week, where would you put your energy so that positive new things can grow from you? I'm Arrow, and that's The Daily Mess.